Go ahead.
Oh shit! I thought that was only.
Oh shit! What's up, people? It's your boy PorterRock77, and we are back with another episode of 60 Frames No Lag. Thank you very much for joining. I got the usual suspects. We're up in here, and I got a special guest. And it's going to be a good time. Look in the description box. You're going to see we're going to talk about a lot of good topics today. But again, thank you so much for time with me here for another, episode 34 of the 60 Frames No Lag podcast. So first off, I want to introduce my guest. I got my man. He always has my back on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He's like the dude that's on the side where I be talking shit and he just comes out of nowhere and just punches you in the jaw and shit. And then we both be looking at you like, ooh, you got knocked the fuck out. That's my boy Sick Humor, man. What's going on, brother?
Oh shit, man. What's good, man? Thank you for having me on, Porter Rock, man. I definitely appreciate it. This your boy Penn from Sick Humor TV. Come through to the channel, man. I'm starting the Sick Humor gaming channel as well. Nothing but live streams and gaming.
That's what's up. Yeah, so I'll make sure I capture your description information and it'll be in the description box, man. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for showing up and stuff. We're gonna have a great conversation. I'm looking forward to your opinions and stuff. Now, of course, I got my usual suspects here. -1, you know, fucking all day's lazy ass, probably fucking passed out drinking 40s and shit. Hopefully he'll show us some stuff. But I want to start off. I got my man Craig Harris, you know, top flight security of the world. Craig, what's going on, brother?
What's happening? What's happening? Oh, let me turn that down. I'm sorry. What's happening, guys? Craig Harris, Craig's Corner, the Porchlight Podcast, here to talk some gamings with you, Porter Rock, Fonzarelli, and Sick Humor. Pleasure, and let's ready to get it in.
Always, definitely. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're definitely gonna love your opinions on some of these topics. And then, of course, I don't know where this rumor came from. But I heard this guy's in the running for sexiest voice on YouTube. I don't know. Hey, it's not me. It's not from me, bro. My man, Jay Fonzarelli. I don't know where it's coming from, but you in the running. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up? It's great to be here. I'm happy. It's 60 frames, man. Let's get it started. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna be talking about games and all that stuff. But like a tradition, we're gonna start off with what type of games we've been playing over the past week, and we'll start off with our guest, Sick Humor. What's going on? What you been playing?
Oh man, I've been playing a lot of different things, man. I've been playing Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. I love it, man. A lot of people say it's hard. I just feel like, you know, it's a game. I mean, what do you expect? I also played Zombie Vikings, and I got a sleeper hit, man. I don't know why people ain't fucking with this game or why I ain't hear about it, but Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. That game is fucking amazing. I'm sorry, y'all.
And that's an indie game?
Yeah, it's an indie game.
Okay, so what you like about it?
Man, I love it, man. It's kind of like a side-scrolling shooter, sort of like Contra, kind of, but with zombies. It's all about this guy who basically he got pissed off. He went to the scientists and he was like, "Hey, let me get this whatever," and he ended up putting it out there. And he basically just wanted to rob this gangster and take his money. But at the end of the day, he ended up turning everybody into fucking zombies and shit. And you basically go through the level shooting up fucking all these different types of zombies. And man, you just got to play it, man. I'm telling you, watch a trailer on it, watch some gameplay. That game is fucking amazing.
All right, that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Indies, I think we all could agree, Indies has done a phenomenal job.
No, absolutely.
This generation, there's some fantastic indie developed games. I know one game, and I mentioned this like my last podcast. One indie game I'm looking forward to is a game called Lost Soul Aside. It's developed by one dude, just one developer, and it has like the graphics of Final Fantasy 15, but with the gameplay of Bayonetta. You know, Bayonetta Devil May Cry.
I remember that.
God, yeah, it looks fantastic, and I'm so looking forward. That game is probably like in my top 5. Looking forward to right now.
It was legit developed by one dude.
Yeah, his name is Yang Bing. He did it himself. And then Sony picked up the publishing rights. That's shit's crazy. One dude, bro. I gotta support that. I don't know who he is, but yo, that dude really. I mean, if you check it out, check out the trailer on Lost Soul Side. It's incredible what that man do. Anyway, so let's talk.
Big dudes. He put in big developers to shame, man.
It's crazy, and that's what I like. I like small developers that can show if you have the talent, you can make incredible stuff on a small budget. You know. But anyway, we're gonna talk to my man, Jason. I love you. You got like a new avatar every week and shit. My man Fonz, what's going on? My man with the Jason, what's up? What you been doing?
Been playing some Destiny beta. The Destiny 2 is out, of course. And on both sides, and of course the Pro version is a lot prettier, but it's still Destiny on the Xbox. Runs great. 30, lock 30. So I'm having fun with that right now.
Okay. All right, it's cool. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that Destiny beta soon. All right. So let's talk about you, Craig Harris. What's going on? What you been up to?
Oh well, I've been playing my games and I can say I've been playing Mass Effect in true 4K on the Pro, and also I've been playing Ghost Recon in true 4K, Ghost Recon Wildlands on the Pro, trying to take down this drug cartel, which is it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. They're pretty well organized. So kidnapping people, throwing people off of helicopters and airplanes, it's pretty cool. Okay, but everything in 4K, true 4K for me on this Pro.
Shots.
Man, see, I'm still in the low life. I'm still with the vanilla. I live that vanilla life.
Hey,
that's all I need.
Hey, I'm waiting to see Craig changes the avatar to a picture of himself sucking on a chip.
Oh shit! we'll chip in the game if you do that. If you do that, Craig. If you make out with a chip.
I may do that, and I'm also gonna start streaming Hitman that everybody knows is enhanced, enhanced mode on the Pro. So, because it's so we're going to be doing that. Hopefully this weekend I can get some of that going. So, but I'm back in the game and I'm having a good time. So,
all right, cool. So, all right. So as for me, like it seemed like finally a forever lifetime achievement, but I finally was able to beat Neo. I beat it like last week, and then my boot. Yep, and I finally I decided to do a little bit of backlog. So I booted up Rise of Tomb Raider. Fantastic game. I'm like, holy shit, what was I thinking? Brilliant fucking game. And then I got on a little bit of Destiny beta, so that's going to be interesting conversation and stuff like that. All right? So it's good that we talked about. So let's talk about games releasing this summer. So we'll start with the gas. Is there anything you're looking forward to over the next 2 months? What you planning to pick up? What caught your eye and radar?
Wait, hold on. You talking to me?
Yeah, the gas.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro. Over the next 2 months, I might be getting Destiny comes out in August, right? Or am I mistaken?
No, September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm probably gonna pick up Destiny.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, then fucking nothing."
the only reason why, man, I'm not. Don't get it wrong. I'm not really that excited for Destiny, but I got a lot of friends that play Destiny, and they was asking me to get it, so I'm probably gonna get it for that reason and that reason alone. It still looks like Destiny 1 to me, but whatever. Damn. I am looking to pick up. Shit. What else is coming out?
Did you already mention Hellblade? I know Hellblade.
I think that comes out in 40 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it comes out in August. Lost Legacy.
Lost Legacy is a definite. There's no way I'm gonna fucking miss out on that. When does the Horizon Zero Dawn? When does that one come out?
It's supposed to be 2017. They didn't give a specific date though, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably like a fall winter DLC thing.
When that comes out, I'm definitely picking that up as well. Hellblade is definitely a must, and I don't know, is Hellblade like a successor to Heavenly Sword, or am I just tripping on that? Am I just going off of wordplay, just off of names and shit?
That's a good question because it's made by the same developer. It has almost kind of the same feel, and then the wordplay between Heavenly Sword and Hellblade.
Yeah.
It almost feels like it's an Easter egg in a way, you know. Yeah. And you know what? And I'm not trying to dive too deep into it because if there is a tie into Heavenly Sword, I think it's going to be that much more satisfying when you actually play it than trying to scout the internet. You know what I mean? What's up?
It's not tied in.
Not at all?
No, I heard it's not.
Oh, thanks for killing my hype, bro.
That's crazy.
You just killed my vibe.
It really sounds like it should be.
It should.
The names. I don't know. But either way, I mean, it looks good from what I've seen, the trailers and stuff like that. So I'm definitely looking to pick that up. I don't know if I'm going to get it on PC or PS4 though. That's the toss up right there.
Oh, well, if you want the best graphics or best performance, I mean, I don't know what type of, like, I would say screw the graphics. I say frames because that's more important, especially for like a hack and slash game like this. Let's say if it was 30 frames on a PS4 but 60 on PC, what'd you do?
I don't know now. I kind of like my trophies, bro. So
shit! Nah, you fucking pony. This guy's a pony, man.
I like my trophies, bro. So I might.
I feel you, man.
You know what? I might have to get it across the board, though.
I'm not gonna lie. Microsoft started some shit with that achievement shit, bro. Because that, sometimes that shit, that achievement system Microsoft invented, that really, sometimes that's just a factor on what version you want to get and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Some people love to build up their achievements. Other people love to build up their trophies. It's amazing how simple it reminds me of the arcades in the 80s where you just played a game to try to get the highest score. And that's all you played it for and stuff like that. So it kind of reminds me, it gives me that feeling and stuff. All right.
I highly doubt that they're going to make the two versions that different. I mean, because it doesn't look like a real demanding game.
Yeah. Hopefully. Oh, shit. Finally, my man woke up.
Yeah, man. What up?
Fucking the pettiest gamer. What's going on all day? Welcome aboard.
What is going on? What the fuck is up?
We talking about fucking games.
All right, man. Let's get it.
It's all right. So what's going on? So we're gonna go next with Fonz. What you got? You got anything you looking forward to? Xbox? Well, Xbox got no game, so let's talk PlayStation piece. Now I'm playing. What you got looking for over the summer, man? I'm teasing.
Coming up next is going to be Fortnite on the Xbox because my man Allday is getting it in dealer, so I'm going to play with those.
Nice.
But I am excited for Destiny. Sorry, but that's just my game. So Destiny 2, of course, I'm picking up. And then Uncharted, that Lost Legacy, I've got to pick it up, even though part of me doesn't really want to. And let me explain. I loved Uncharted 4. However, it was very heavy on the climbing, and it was kind of annoying at times.
Uncharted 4, a.k.a. Monkey Bar.
Oh, shit.
I hope it's a situation where it's a little less of that and just more action oriented.
I like how you brought that up because since there's a different cast of characters, I know it's an Uncharted game, but I'm hoping because there's a different cast of characters.
To change it up, yeah.
They're not female. Freaking, they're not the female version of this dude. You know what I'm saying? Of Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're actually like, I know they can't. How can I explain it? Like when you play the game, it's a different feel because it's a different character. So like the climbing, the shooting is just different. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're different people, different personalities. You know what I mean? It's not just it's Drake with tits. I would actually be disappointed if that's how the game ends up. Okay, it's just really a fucking a skin pack. All they did was put a skin pack over a DLC. So instead of Drake, you're controlling the chick, but you're doing the same exact shit, the same exact punches. If they could give her a different feel, I think that will make.
And even they should give her some new, like maybe weapon types. You know what I mean, for her.
Yeah, not the same shit. Different. And stuff like that. And maybe because the characters, they're not totally reliant on climbing and shit like that. Maybe a different way of posing. Maybe a bit more stealth.
Yeah, they give her some jetpacks on her heels. You know what I mean?
When she was doing the was that real time? Was that in game when she was doing the lock picking, trying to get through the door?
Good question. I don't know.
Because that's not something that was in the previous ones with Drake.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, when that happened, I thought that was a new thief game. They were introducing. I was like, "Fuck."
I mean, if they introduce shit like that, lock picking, it's the little things, but they got to give her own identity. Yeah, it's an Uncharted game, but it's got to be her own identity. It can't just be a skin pack, where they just replace Drake and put her, and it's just a voiceover.
Oh, I will be picking up. I'll be picking up Hellblade as well. By the way.
Oh yeah,
man. I want to ask the panel a question real quick. So I know I'm not bugging or nothing, right?
Okay.
Doesn't that game remind you of Horizon Zero Dawn?
Hellblade?
No.
Man, oh shit! It seems like fuck. How many games gonna ride? This motherfucker's bugging.
Am I really tripping?
Listen, bro. When you play Xbox, you gotta wear a lead suit. I think so. You know what? Now I see why FCC is taking long with the One X. There's something up. Something's not. They're not telling us something.
I know I'm not crazy, bro. Like, her whole physique, like she got some a little bit more tattoos and shit, but it's not far off from Alloy.
I actually feel that she was more closer to Homegirl from Heavenly Sword than.
She looks a lot dirtier than Alloy.
Yeah, she looks
like she's like a real taco. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know. Shit. You gotta like, I don't know, just watch it. I'm not talking about the gameplay or nothing, because you know that's obviously
just the character itself.
Yeah, just the character.
I know when I first saw the character, I immediately thought of I keep forgetting her name, but from Heavenly Sword.
Yeah, but Heavenly Sword don't look too different from Alloy either.
Yeah, legit.
So, you got a thing against redheads, bro? What's going on here, man? What's up, man?
What's wrong with redheads? Nothing.
This legit looks like the dark version of Heavenly Sword.
Yeah, it looks grittier.
Yep,
I'll say that.
It's like the dark version of Heavenly Sword.
Oh, okay. So, but hey, Fonz, I'm right with you. Destiny 2, day one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what they here to say. They just, and they play it too. They're lying, bro. Yeah, they're all lying. They're lying.
Well, for the people who don't like, I can understand the disconnect with people when they played the first one, like the first 6 months. I get it.
Oh yeah, before Taken King. Yeah.
But when Taken King hit, these motherfuckers was just, sitting in a corner in the room hoping somebody can play with them, bro. They didn't have nobody to play with. Like, you can't play that shit by yourself, bro. That's fact.
Yeah.
You can't.
And by that time, you're like level 400, and they're like 20.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck with you weak ass nigga.
But I got in front though. You know how many times I ran through the single player because I was helping low level guys. They would message me, be like, "Hey man, can you help me?" I'm like, "Fuck." Yeah. Like, I do this shit again, bro. I knew the single player story by heart, bro. It was like, oh my god, I'm about to throw up. I'd be like, hey, I was telling the guy, hey, move to the right. Why? You're gonna want to move to the right. Yeah, I told you should have moved to the right.
Right?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I got the Platinum Destiny, the original Destiny, so I've done everything you could possibly do in the game.
Shit, bro. Oh, so you ain't playing, so you're down. Fucking Destiny.
So it's not me saying that I don't like the game because I didn't play it or I didn't put time into it. I literally put time into it. The shit just boring. It gets boring. That's all.
After you get everything in the game, then it gets boring. It's like, okay, I'm
done. That's true. But you know what? This is the thing. It takes a while to get boring once you do everything, but Destiny does something right that games like Division, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and maybe not even Sea of Thieves have been able to capture. And this is my concern about Anthem. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to take down the Destiny crowd. The thing with Destiny is
Porter Rock. Shout out to Middle-Aged Gamer. He said Hellblade girls Alloy on meth.
Oh yeah. Shit!
Hey, see, that wasn't crazy shit.
That girl's a rocker. She's a what is it? A grunge chick?
Fucking. She can't be grunge. She can't be grunge without the flame.
Yeah.
Oh shit! She got with the leather boots and shit.
Right.
But the thing with Destiny is it's the fucking raids, because that's really what it all comes down to. These other games, they haven't been able to mimic the raids. Because that's the main reason why you do the strikes over and over or Crucible. So it's to get gear. Because of the raid, you're preparing yourself for the raid and shit like that.
I ain't gonna front. That King's Fall raid was epic.
Oh yeah, that shit. Yeah, that King's Fall, the fucking hell yeah.
You know what? If I had any thing to downplay it, it would be too much platforming. I mean, some of it's cool, but sometimes they get kind of beside itself. Nigga, this ain't Mario.
Yeah,
I actually like that. That shit made it difficult, bro.
Some people like it, some people don't. Yeah, I don't like it.
No, I like it, but not too much. Like it was like in certain sections of the level, it just seemed like it was forced. Like nigga, I don't have to.
I'll be honest, I don't like it because I'm not very good at it.
The platforming, and if you're not good at platforming, Destiny could be real tough. Especially like the one in the King's Fall raid where you have to jump from ship to ship. Yeah, that fucked up a lot of people.
Oh man, hey, we be sitting there just waiting. Like, come on, you fucking
I'd be dying. I'd be like, oh shit. I'd be like, yo, on PS4, you don't know how many times I had to take control over for somebody. Yeah. Like, you know what? Yo, let me take control, bro. Because you fucking this up, bro.
I was sitting there. One guy kept dying over and over. It was like 20 minutes. Finally, somebody said, hey, let me share play. And he fucking controlled him and did it for
me. And we did it. Like, we're moving this shit over. Oh, man. Those were the days. But I ain't gonna lie. To this day, there's still no fucking, raid like the fucking Vault of Glass.
Yeah.
Yo, that raid broke friendships, bro. I deleted motherfuckers from my friends list because of that fucking raid. I'm like, you know what? I'm blocking your punk ass. Boot, blocked, you're done.
Hey, you was like, hey, K Mega, you're a fucking bum.
Yo, for real, yo, that about the glass fucking raid, yo, that shit was serious, bro. And that shit took forever to do. And I hope they could fucking match that in Destiny 2 and shit like that and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. One final thing I want to bring up on fucking Hellblade though. It's $30. It's digital only, but it's a full AAA game.
Well, he said, I seen the trailer for it, not the trailer, but the little dev trailer that's been shown on YouTube.
Yeah.
He said it's half of a AAA. That kind of worries me.
Oh, I think because there's no multiplayer. I think now the definition of AAA game is being changed to single player and multiplayer.
No, I think they said it was
they're saying something else.
Shorter game. They said it was going to be a shorter game.
That's like half of a AAA. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think it's gonna be like
a 3 4 hour game.
Yeah, I think about 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, that's gonna piss me off because if it's a great game for 5 hours, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be like,
but check this out, Puerto Rock. This is the plus side to it.
Yeah.
If it's a shorter title, 4 to 5 hours max.
Yeah.
That leaves room for them. It's a smaller, tight-knit studio. They can put out faster DLC.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
And you know what? And at least they priced it right. It's $30. They didn't try to sell it for $60.
That's looking at the glass half full. But if the game doesn't do well, they're not gonna do shit with it. It's just gonna die off.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't know, man. Every time I look at the game, it looks great every time. So.
No. I agree with you. It looks fantastic. But again, if it doesn't do well, they're just gonna abandon it.
Yeah, well, which is good. No big publishers behind it, so they're not gonna lose out on too much. You know what I mean? So if it doesn't do well, then that's just something they have to revisit and work on. So
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, the fact that it's $30, a lot of people will buy it. And then it's hitting the right time because, like I said, there's not a lot.
How long was it in development for?
I heard about this for a while.
2014 at least?
Yeah, I heard about it for a while.
But they did explain why. They explained in their cycles that they took like a year off because they had to focus on other projects and stuff like that. And then also they were waiting on I think the game's running on Unreal Engine 4 and they were waiting for a certain update from Epic. And then once Epic gave them that update, then they continued with development.
I think it's the climate what they were waiting for because they see how well Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild did. That now seems like the right time to drop this type of game because you know how games go through phases where like first the shooters are going to be popular, then the adventure, the platformers, the RPGs.
Yeah, they all go through their trends. Yeah, they cycles.
Yeah. And I think this year's been a good year for single player games. Between Neo, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona. Near, I think it's hitting the right streak. So I guess hopefully they can take advantage of that streak, especially over the summer. Like I said, summer doesn't have a lot, stuff like that. All right, Craig, what you looking forward to?
Yeah, real quick, Hellblade, Life is Strange 2.
That's right, Life is Strange 2.
Uncharted game, the Yakuza game. All these games drop in 6 weeks. They drop in August. So I'm excited about all those games. Madden, of course, I do want to try the new mode that you got on there.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, the fucking story mode. Hey, this is a football. It's made of pigskin. You want to try it? Yeah,
you're right.
Down from my father to your father.
I forgot about Yakuza Kiwami, dog. Like, made me reminded me about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and those are all, I believe, August releases. So that, and that's for summer. That's kind of the end of summer. Of course, we're getting into September, October. I'll be playing those games. And I'm waiting on the big Star Wars one. So that's my big game this fall, is Star Wars Battlefront. Because that girl is hot. I mean, she is fun. I follow her on Twitter. She is fine. So I'm.
He low key said I stalk her. Yeah.
Pretty much. She's a cool person. She's a cool person. It's got a real good story. The story is canonized. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so it's going to tell us what happened after Return of the Jedi and before the Battle of Jakku. So that's nice. For us Star Wars fans, we're really excited about that. So
wait, this one's going to have an actual story in it too, right? Like it's going to have
a campaign. Yeah, it's got a campaign. So that's what everybody's looking forward to. So
do we know how long this campaign? How long it's going to be, the campaign? Do we know?
I I do not know. I watched a little bit more at D23, and I'm going to assume anywhere from 6 to 10 hours. That's just me assuming, but I know that they really put a lot of work into it.
Is it co-op?
So, I hope not. It's a campaign. I don't want no help. You're the Empire. You don't need no help. You know. So,
that would be a good. That'd be a good chance for a fucking co-op.
I like co-op though.
I like co-op as well.
I'm loving co-op more than competitive multiplayer. I don't know. I just been on and that's one of the things I loved about Destiny. It's just, I just been in so much like this gen. I played the shit out of Elder Scrolls Online. Fucking Destiny is just anything that's co-op. I've been fucking gravitating to so much more than ever, and I've been staying away from competing. Like competing, I don't know. It's just getting old for me.
It's a thing in the past, man.
It's just got old for me. You know, it's really regardless of the game, you're doing the same shit. You just shoot a motherfucker and they respawn and they shoot back. You know, at least
Star Wars Battlefront, we don't care about the multiplayer. We're playing it to see what happens after Return of the Jedi between episode 6 and episode 7. That's because that story is now canon. So I need to see as a fan what happened between after Luke Skywalker. Spoiler alert from 1983. After the whole depth of Darth Vader and Palpatine to Rey's Jedi story. So that's what we're gonna go find out. That's what we're excited about. Us, you're right, Porter Rock. You running around shooting people, playing capture the flag, and I'm going to stand over here and shoot him and get one-man army. Yeah, that's to me, that's silly.
No. But co-op.
I get it.
He said co-op.
Yeah, co-op. Well, co-op's a little different, but none of the Star Wars games, even back to the old Star Wars games, had co-op. So, but it might have it. It might. So I'm not against it. Just I'd rather play the campaign and blaze through it. But everybody's different. Different strokes for different folks.
Nah, see, you have an actual attachment to the game.
Well, the fan base does, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying, because you're a fan of the actual Star Wars franchise. Like somebody like me, who I've honestly never watched one Star Wars movie. Not one. Oh! I really don't care much about the story, but I'll be more than happy to play through the campaign, though. Maybe it'll get me into it and make me want to watch the movies, but as of yet, that Lord of the Rings really never had a attachment to that either. I think that's why Shadow of Mordor, I didn't really care about the story. It was more about the gameplay for me, but that's just me.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I understand that, but nah, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking more forward toward the. It's just like the Spider-Man fans, the comic book people. They don't care what the resolution will be. They're just looking forward to playing Spider-Man.
That's true.
So that but I know we're getting into that later on. But but that's what I'm looking forward to as far as this summer plan, especially the Hellblade. Like you guys said, it's $29. I do like the physicality of the women on the Uncharted series. That and the Yakuza game. That like I said, that to me the Yakuza game is my dark horse game. So
yeah. Okay. So who's left? All day. Yeah, the pettiest gamer. What you got? Like Hearthstone 2 and shit. Looking forward to?
Oh no, I ain't played Hearthstone in about 3 months, man. I need to get back into it, man. But those type of games, you got to keep up with the metas, and you got to do that. But anyway, I think I'm gonna be playing a little bit of everything, man. Hellblade, Fortnite, Star Wars, all that shit, man. Mostly everything. So.
Okay, so you're nothing in particular for this summer though.
Oh, the summer?
Yeah, this summer.
Hellblade, Fortnite, and I think that's about it for the summer.
Yeah, my brother-in-law copped Fortnite, so I'll be game sharing that with him. So I'm gonna check that out. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I suck at crafting. So
and probably
I suck.
DLC.
Yeah. Okay. Also,
yeah.
That fraud's getting Destiny 2.
Oh yeah,
yes. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who don't get Destiny 2 is a fraud. That's what I'm saying.
Well, for me, Destiny 2 is a given. I put too many hours into the first one, so
I'm getting it for the co-op aspect alone. I already know. Probably ain't gonna be no story there. They probably gonna
honestly, bro, it's probably some of the best fucking co-op ever made, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. When we ran out of shit,
it's amazing.
when we ran out of shit to do, we just started doing all types of random shit, having fucking dance battles and shit. Like
all types of shit.
Have you played the beta?
No, I couldn't get a fucking code for it, and I
pre-order
it. It actually has a story.
Yes.
It gives you a story right from the beginning. It's crazy. It's not, it's not just waking up and then go shoot some shit, you know.
And then go on your PC to try to figure it out.
I watched a few people live stream it, but most of them skipped the story part. So when it came to the cutscenes and shit, they just kind of skipped right through it. Yeah,
it has a story, so that's cool.
Okay. Yeah. So it's funny that everybody's, at least on PlayStation, everybody's calling the main boss Gary. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is Gary? And then they reminded me of the initial trailer where fucking this dude didn't remember his name, so he called him Gary. So now everybody's calling him Gary. I'm like, what the fuck? So now that's his name and shit. It's fucking PlayStation weirdos and shit. But I love you guys. All right, so let's talk about. Have y'all heard about Nintendo Online?
Oh shit, I was waiting for this one.
Oh, so who knows? What the fuck? Yo, explain to me, man. Like, I'm gonna get a Switch too. You know what I'm saying? Because once that Metroid Prime 4 announcement came, that shit was done deal. You know what I'm saying? All it's just a matter of when I get it, and it's gonna be the day Metroid Prime 4 drops. It's gonna be the same day. Hopefully, it's a bundle. But with that said, what the fuck's up with the online though? So apparently, like, you can't, like, if you're using the app on the phone, you can't like switch to another app because it will shut it off, and you can't have the phone off and shit like that. Like, somebody help me out here. Like, what the fuck is Nintendo doing? Like, why is they making this so difficult?
Can I make a disclaimer first before I go into
ahead.
Like,
go ahead.
I do not own a Switch.
All right.
So I'm listen. I think there's reasons as to why they put that bullshit on the phone app. And I think it has more to do with the shit dying, like using more battery life on the already limited battery life. And I think it was more so for portability when people are away, not necessarily saying that you walk in and, you're fucking playing a game with a cell phone attached to some fucking cords with a headset. I mean, no. I think it was more along the lines of, they were like, how can we make this the most efficient without compromising the battery life for the actual games? I just think that's the reason why they have this fucked up system. Also, I think they did it as a way to kind of circumvent any liability for them for whatever happens on this fucking party chat shit, which it may be a thing. But the app, I guess they own the app, so they're still giving people, ways to use it. But it has to do something with the battery life. That's what I believe. I might be completely fucking wrong, but that's the only thing that I can think of that makes logical sense. All the wiring and shit, though, I still don't get that part. I'm not sure why they got so many splitters and all of this other shit.
Hey, Allday, you have a Switch. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I didn't even download it yet. I just found out about it last night. I didn't get a chance to download it.
All day, don't even lie. You pawn that shit.
Man, this motherfucker.
Nah, I still got it.
You playing Splatoon right now, man. Why the fuck you lying, bro?
Nah. I'm gonna check it out later on today, though, man. I just got home.
Hey, are you gonna get Splatoon? You're not getting that game?
I don't know, man. It looked kind of cool. I mean, I don't know.
I would get it. It looks fun.
I'll check it out.
And Splatoon is garbage.
I mean, you gotta do something on that shit, though. Like, what the fuck? You gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something on that motherfucker.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm being petty, bro. Like, this is my petty. I walk in the store, right, and just paying $60 for a fucking piece of cardboard paper, man, that shit crazy. I'm like, fuck, $60 for this shit? It just make me feel some type of way. But I mean,
you know what I see all day? I look at that Switch, and then I look at the games lineup, and I see what's coming. They got big hitters with Mario, and in the future they'll have that Metroid. Who knows when? But right now, when they get all these games, their first-party titles that are the big ones, and they get them out there, they're going to be done for a few years, guys. Like, I don't see the Switch selling that well this time next year.
Nah, I think it's gonna do better than ever, bro. Like,
I think so, bro.
Every month they got a big bang.
Like every other Nintendo console is gonna sell well at first and then sputter out. Because why? Third-party developers aren't on that hype train.
I don't know. I gotta disagree with you there, man. They putting out new remasters every month, bro. They getting the game from the Wii U and porting it straight over to the Switch.
Exactly. Look how smart they are, bro. They know nobody bought that Wii U shit, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna port everything to the Switch, and then people like poking tournaments coming out again.
No, with every console, you need third party. I don't care what anybody says. You need it, or your
I agree.
will end up dying off, which Nintendo always does. They always end up dying out at the end.
You know, normally I would agree with you, Fonzarelli, and like because normally Nintendo will launch their consoles in the holiday, right? So they get that big holiday push. Everybody wants it. It's the new thing. And then when January comes around, February, everybody realizes, man, this shit ain't got nothing to play. And that's when it starts telling down.
Yeah.
For some reason, this thing launched in March, you know, pretty much not a holiday season. It took off, obviously, for launch, but it's consistently selling every month. And it seems like every month a new game is coming out. Now, granted, it may not be a game you and I are appealed to, but these games are selling, bro. And I'm like, who the fuck really wants to play these games? Somebody does.
Just look back at all their consoles. They all sold well in the beginning. This happens. It's a Nintendo thing. They need third-party developers. They need them. I'm sorry, they need them.
Well, I'll be honest, the Wii didn't. And that shit outsold 360 and
remember,
I think
you said the Wii,
the Wii.
Oh,
I think the Switch is capturing that same market the Wii had, and that the Wii U failed to recapture. In my opinion,
I don't think it's capturing that audience. That audience had a more wide range. It had old people playing those Wii Sports games and stuff at the beginning. It was just a gimmick, a fad. That whole motion controls and all that stuff, and that's what sold the Wii. That's what was really popular.
So let me ask you this, Fonzray, and be honest. Do you see the Switch as a console, or do you see it as a handheld?
A handheld.
Has Nintendo ever failed in the handheld market?
No, this will be the first time.
Oh,
listen to this clown.
That's what I think. I think Nintendo. I think people don't look at the Switch as a console. I think they just see this as a handheld, and Nintendo handhelds it's just a successful item. I don't think people look at this as, do I buy an Xbox, PS4, or a Switch? I think they just see this as, oh, this is the new Nintendo handheld. I'm a copy, and then they just copy because it's a Nintendo handheld.
Handheld you can dock.
That's it.
Weird enough, Nintendo is in a very good space if you think about it, because people on both sides of the fence, the people who don't want to buy PlayStations and the people who refuse to buy Xboxes, they all agree that they're going to go get a Switch.
Yeah, let's talk in spring 2019 and see where sales are at.
Oh my God, but that's like 2 years from now.
It takes time, but it does usually end up having a failing console.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think they're just capturing the handheld fever that people are used to. People are used to buying Nintendo handhelds without question, and I think Nintendo created this thing to where people see it as a handheld and they just copy it. You know, because most people, even the hardcore gamers on Twitter, they don't play this at home. They just play it on the go. You know, they're like, oh man, I got my Switch. I play it at work. I play it here. Everybody's like, they're enjoying the portability of it. In reality, that's the gimmick.
After they play big first-party titles, what are they going to be playing on the road?
More, because it seems like every month a new game's coming out for the Switch. Again,
they're not all great. They're not all bangers.
But that's the thing. It may not be great to us. Like when you look at 3DS, right? When you look at the 3DS on Nintendo's handheld, a lot of those games ain't big blockbuster console games. But for a handheld, they're good enough. They're good games for a handheld. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's a handheld. It's a good game. So really, I don't think the Switch is going to be held to the same standard as the PS4 and the Xbox One in terms of content and games. Because people are just going to look at this as a portable handheld, and the games are cool. That's why I like ARMS. ARMS sold a fucking shitload.
I've also heard people I've heard people that are into handhelds complain that this thing is too big to carry around everywhere. So people
shit, have you seen the iPhones these motherfuckers be carrying around? Them shits is huge. It's going to be interesting.
But it comes with a pack, doesn't it? Like a little carrying bag, almost like a purse.
Oh, fucking man bag.
Yeah, that's Allday's guy. He's got the Nintendo.
It's a fucking diabetes bag.
He got the, it's a man bag that you put around your waist and shit.
I don't want to hear no shit talking, bro. Destiny's fucking what the fucking collector's edition came with a fucking satchel.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that's what I rock. Man.
Oh,
I like
shit.
You got Fonz running around here looking like you collecting change.
Oh, snap. It's just, I don't know, man. We're going to see, man. But I'm going to just say this. Over the last 4 months, it's been outselling the Xbox One S. I mean, the Xbox One in America. And
Hold on.
Worldwide, this shit is fucking going off the hook. It's like it's already sold out in Japan again.
Hold on, Porter Rock. I'm
Like
making up the excuse right now, Porter Rock.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Here's the excuse.
I already know what you're going to say.
Everybody's waiting for
the one. You know what? Let's get into the segue. You know what? You just
I got to touch on what you just said, though. You said it just sold out again in Japan. That's because they only made 5.
No, yeah, they only made 5.
That's Nintendo.
Oh, it's media bias. Yo, but fucking Fonz. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's been outselling the Xbox One here in the States. Like, and it's like limited supply. So I'd be making fun, I'd be triggering Zaire and shit. Fucking with them.
Limited supply. That's Nintendo.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Even with limited supply, you're still selling more than Xbox One S. That's not a limited supply.
You talking about in Japan only, Porter Rock? I'm
talking about here in the U.S. I'm back to the U.S. Here in the U.S., NPD.
Wow.
Selling out, limited supply, and Xbox One S is still in last place.
Shots fired.
There's no reason Xbox One should be being outsold by the Switch. Something that's not even available in the stores. So that, and again, and a lot of people are saying it's attributing, and we'll lead into that segue with what Six Humor just said, is because the rumor is a lot of people are waiting for the One X. You know what I'm saying? That's why Xbox One X. And at first, at hindsight, when I first heard that, normally I'm like, yeah, that's true. It usually happens when you're waiting for a new console. The old one tends to, sell like shit because everybody's waiting. But then I'm thinking, wait a minute, hold on. This console is not just for the Xbox users. It's supposed to be, the place to play the best version of multiplats, right? This is supposed to be the definitive console to play the best version of multiplats. Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, and if it's truly been all about power, right, as what's being claimed, then shouldn't PS4 sales also be dwindling? Because now people don't want PS4 because it's no longer the more powerful console. That new title belongs to Xbox One S. So shouldn't PS4 also be impacted as well? Because everybody's going for the One X. Everybody wants the best version of multiplats. Everybody wants the power. But the truth is, more PS4 consoles are being sold. In fact, Sony's on track to have their highest year of sales this year compared to 2016, 2015, 2014. So why is the PS4 selling more despite a new console that's going to have the best version of multiplats?
If you're giving away the secrets, Porter Rock.
If you're looking at the sales, where is the Pro at? Is it getting better in sales?
I don't know. They never differentiate. All I know is PlayStation 4 overall is getting better overall.
I heard it was selling like 5 to 1.
2 months ago, it was 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5.
Exactly.
Is the Pro.
And that's not bad. That's really not bad when you do the numbers, when you see all the consoles being sold, all the PS4s being sold. That's not bad at all. I think I think it's terrible. It's not bad for selling to the hardcore, the quote, hardcore. That's what they were trying to sell it to anyway. And the same thing is said for the Xbox One X. So when people say, oh, they're just waiting for the X, it's like, well, wait a minute. But the casuals aren't buying or are not waiting for the X because that's supposed to be the hardcore.
Yeah, exactly.
So why aren't they buying the S right now? Well, it's simply because of the games right now. It's dry.
My man, bro. This is why you're the fucking man, bro. This is why he tells the truth. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. Is that Microsoft has not given a reason for new owners this year to buy an Xbox One S. You don't hear anything. In fact, 90% of Xbox conversations has been about the One X all year long. But as far as games, you haven't been hearing about exclusives or nothing. So why is this person?
You know why? You know why? Because third party is important. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. You could get that third party on PlayStation.
No, I'm saying their numbers needs the deals. They need
period. I think with the if you look at the X, I'm excited for a game like Cuphead. Okay, I wanted to play this game for years now, but that's not going to sell consoles. They did not show enough at E3 for, in my opinion, to sell to the casual.
According to Xbox that I've seen, Cuphead is most certainly a system seller.
Oh,
and
shit.
And Crackdown.
My man all day he was like, "What?"
Cuphead?
And I said this on BGST the other day. I said that Crackdown 3 is not a system seller as well, and I don't think that this launch is really hyped up at all by Microsoft because I don't think they really believe in this product right now.
Bro, I played it. You know, I played it.
You play Crackdown?
Yeah,
they're not pushing it. Why?
It's like Crackdown, right? Like the same one.
More the same. Yeah, it just feels.
And you know, all day we both talked about this, saying that Crackdown was never a headliner game. It was just a good title among the big games.
It was a surprise, fun title, bro. It came with the Halo 3 beta.
Yeah,
so you end up playing like, oh, you know what? This game's not that bad.
How dare you guys talk about Crackdown this way?
It's like
how dare you
play, and you find out it's kind of a gem, you know, like with State of Decay last gen. I picked it up. It was cheap, and I played it, and I really liked it. But is it a system seller? Hell no. It's just not. And Cuphead's the same way. Crackdown's the same way. And Crackdown 3, if Microsoft really wanted to push this for the launch, this is a launch title for the X. If they wanted to push this, you would see commercials at E3. They would
wait. If you want to push this, want to fucking push this, why are you pushing a cell-shaded game?
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't. That's a huge mistake.
Don't you guys talk about the Xbox One X like that? That's the God box.
And this is what pissed off Crap Gamer on the show because they showed 15 minutes of Sea of Thieves, a game coming out a year after Crackdown, and they showed the worst part of Crackdown at E3.
I'm getting a 1X because of Sea of Thieves.
Shit, stop lying, man. This guy's trolling now. Now you're trolling, bro. You're just a horrible troll, bro. But in all seriousness though, like Crackdown is not the right game to show off the 1X, you know, especially exclusive.
If anything, it should be 4 to 7. If you don't.
Yes, you know, it's gotta be like you know, like watch there be a Best Buy troll, you know, like a fucking pony who works at Best Buy. He's like, hey, you want to see the 1X? And then put Crackdown. They'd be like, what the fuck is this? I ain't paying $500 for this. And he'd be like, that's right, MPD's on lock. You know, you gotta watch out, man. There's some weird dudes. I don't talk to fucking GameStop employees or Best Buy because you never know, man. They're like real life fanboys. You don't know who you're talking to, bro.
You're right. You hit it on the head there because
I don't talk to them.
They're not going to show first party demoing it. They're going to have to demo with third party.
Yo, I don't trust blue shirts.
In all seriousness, Xbox fans and Xbox employees have done this to themselves. They have really, that 1 year of hyping a fucking non-existent console because they didn't want the other console to catch steam. Come on, bro. This is the reason why now people are looking at the games and they're like, what the fuck is this?
Well, to be honest,
other games look fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Other games like Anthem, that shit.
Yeah.
That's a multiplayer. That's a multiplayer.
But I'm saying I'm giving props to a good looking games.
Xbox doesn't have the best looking.
It is, yeah. Good looking game's a good looking game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it did look phenomenal graphically. I was like, holy shit! Like,
what happens if Anthem comes out on the PlayStation 4 Pro and looks exactly like what it looks like on?
I
don't think so.
You living off
I don't think so.
No. Just asking.
I mean, here's
what if that does happen?
I'll be like this. If that happens, it's not because of the hardware, it's because the developer got lazy.
Well, let me tell you,
which could happen, but I doubt that. You see what I'm saying?
Has already shown that they're in Microsoft's back pocket with this. So I doubt that's going to happen. But if it were, so hypothetically speaking here, if it were, I think that the shit would be on fire. People would be rioting over this stuff.
And it would be the developers' fault. I'll even admit, I won't even bash Microsoft. It would be straight up EA's developers. They're lazy. They didn't take advantage of the hardware. The thing has 12 gigs of RAM. I'm like, you have to be better.
You do know Casey Hudson went back to BioWare. He went back. That was huge news. So, but the people in the Mass Effect community think he's going to go in there and fix Mass Effect. because Anthem is already, they're starting to wind that down. Because that game's coming out in like 18 to 20 months. But I don't see why they would. BioWare has always been closer to Microsoft. So them showing that game on the Microsoft console, I don't know why you show off a multiplayer. That just to me made no sense.
Well, here's the thing. I'll tell you why.
It makes sense. I mean, it's
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you why it makes. Well, I'm gonna tell you why they went for it. But the thing is, I would like to say the train left the station. So Destiny is a third-party multiplayer game, right? Third-party game, right? But what Sony did with Destiny, they somehow convinced a lot of people that it was exclusive to PlayStation. Not because it was exclusive, but simply because of marketing. There was people who didn't realize that Destiny was also on Xbox. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't realize that. But now keep in mind, look at the landscape. This was 2014. This was only like 5 to 6 months, 7 months after the consoles launched. Not a lot of people had consoles. So Sony was able to build a narrative of, these games are on PlayStation, and with their marketing and commercial blitz and bundles, people assumed Destiny was exclusive to the console because they walk in the store, they see PlayStation and Destiny in white, and they look at Xbox, it just says Xbox. They're thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna get a PlayStation. It was just brilliant marketing to sucker the consumer. That's not gonna work now because you got 70 million people who owns a PlayStation already. No one's gonna be fooled that Anthem is exclusive to Xbox. It's too late. That tactic is not gonna work now. Everybody has everything. You're not going to fool nobody.
PSX. They're going to show more Anthem at PSX.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand what Microsoft's doing, but this is something you want to try to capture people in the beginning of the gen, like what Sony did with Destiny. They were able to provide smoke and mirrors with marketing tactics where people thought, Destiny's the place to play on PlayStation because that's where they see everything. So people gravitated to that. It's not going to happen now. Majority of the people already own the console. People, there's 70 million PlayStation owners. They're gonna get Anthem on that. You understand? Right. And that's the reason why.
Have y'all ever thought to yourselves that maybe Microsoft has pretty much given up this generation for a reason? I mean, they coming out with the One X, right? But what if they did so simply because they just want to be ahead of the curve for the next coming generation? So we already know that the PS5 may or may not be, being developed right now, and it's going to drop. But when it drops, remember, the Xbox One X will just be picking up stride, where then they can outdo PS5 right out the gate. Because as soon as they drop that shit, then they're gonna drop the X2. I think it's not even about this generation anymore. I think it's about the generations going forward.
It's just about staying ahead.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because with the Xbox One X, by the time the PlayStation 5 comes out, the Xbox One X could be around $300. And the thing is, let's say if the only thing Sony does is, we got a 4K console and whatever. Xbox would be like, we have a 4K console already, and it's $300, $250.
Right.
So people be like, you're right, and it's already been out for 2-3 years, has a bunch of games. Fuck it, I'll get me a One X instead of a brand new PS4. So it depends on what Sony does to sell the 5. It's going to be important because Microsoft could technically already be having their foothold in a war or in a battle that's 2-3 years in the making from now. You know what I'm saying? With a $300 One X.
I've been saying this for a while now, for at least a year. I think Microsoft is in a direction where they're heading more towards PC-like, console here. They want more of a Steam box in the future. I think they want to go all digital. They want, and they've said this, so they haven't been shy about this. They originally planned that they wanted, to go all digital and everything in the future, and it's going to happen. And I think that's why they're adopting a lot of PC games and stuff. You notice that they've got games that are straight from the PC that aren't on PlayStation, and that are coming as well.
Well, PlayStation 2 also have a lot of people, like Dreadnought. It was on there. There's a whole bunch of PC games that were on.
That's why they're sharing with PC.
Yeah. So I think both. I think it's more of. Because last gen, if you remember, towards the end of last gen, there was a lot of dark rumors that, the console generation is dying. This is the end. PC is the way to go. And then, and with all the shit talking regardless, PS4 and Xbox One took off.
Yeah.
It just took off like a motherfucker. And people were like, You know, oh, so like what the fuck? We thought consoles were dying. Like, nope, consoles ain't going nowhere. And I think PC developers finally realize that, like, this platform's not going anywhere. So we need to get on board to make more money, because just being exclusive to PC is not enough. It doesn't make sense to just be exclusive to PC when these consoles are fucking taking off.
What I was going to say is the next iteration of Xbox, I think, is going to hit around 2021, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be all digital. I don't think
so. I don't think so.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
I think so.
What does anybody else think about that statement?
Yeah, the digital adoption, it's become crazy. Like, even me, somebody who, you know, I pride myself in my physical collection. Even I've been going more digital for things as of late. So it's kind of crazy. But
let me tell you why. For me, it has been game sharing. Game sharing has changed my whole attitude on it, because I got kids, man. I was buying.
You don't want to buy 5 discs?
All my kids. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, somebody told me about game share. So now I share with kids, and I'm like, holy crap, I can do this on the X and on the PlayStation. It's amazing. And prices, digital prices are coming down slowly but surely on console, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know
What everybody thinks about that?
I think the game sharing to get people into digital, they're allowing that shit. I think when digital becomes like a super big thing, then they're going to put a stop to it, because they know that you're game sharing. They know that other people are playing your game, but they want you to go all digital because it's cheaper for them. They don't have to pay for, you know, discs and all of this other shit, you know, getting the disc into the stores and stuff like that.
Facts. Yeah. That's exactly what I've been saying to people as well. This is just to entice you, to bring you in, and then it's going to explode when it's all gone. You know, when that physical is gone, so is game sharing. I've been telling people about that for a while now too.
Now here's my feeling, and I talked about this before. Like, I do both. I buy digital and physical. Like, if it's a digital, like if the game's multiplayer, I buy digital because I game share. If it's a single player centric game, or like if the multiplayer is not that interesting, it's more for the single player aspect, I buy it physical because it's $47. All right. But here's my two things. All right. So I'm going to talk about the music industry. All right. So if there's any format in entertainment that has their shit already locked on, whether it's infrastructure, applications, and units that could provide digital content, it's the music industry. They have it unlocked. They have the network. You can download music on 3G anywhere in the world, right? They have the devices. Phones are music players, and everybody has a phone. So there's no doubt everyone has the ability to download music on the 3G network, all right? All right, so it's all over the place. So they have the infrastructure to completely eliminate physical media, like completely. Like, they don't need it. You can download music on 3G on a $50 phone, that which everybody has in the world. But yet, in 2016, over 50% of sales of albums were physical. 50% of albums were physical. Between CD and vinyl, they outsold digital albums.
Well, a lot of
that shit is bananas.
But you got to understand too, a lot of people, especially older folks, they're not really in all this tech, and they're not downloading music and stuff. There's a lot of them out there that still buy CDs.
But think over 50%, like those old people should maybe sell 10%, 15%, maybe. All right, I even give you 30. But more than half of your albums are physical. Every phone
honestly
has a music player. Like, who even has a CD player?
That's what I'm saying. In my circle of friends and stuff, I don't know anybody who's buying CDs anymore.
I never realized that. So, because, this conversation came up a couple of months ago, and I'm thinking, let me see how the music industry is doing. Because if anyone, again, could completely eliminate physical, it's them. Because everybody is able to get a digital song, like, within seconds, and you don't even need fast internet. All you need is 3G. And you got access to music and stuff like that. Music player, Spotify, you got streaming services. I'm thinking, who even buys albums anymore? You got Spotify, $9 a month. You got access to every single album in the entire world.
Yep.
From every genre.
What is this?
Porter Rock albums are actually clearer than CDs.
All right, I got that. But whatchamacallit? But 50%? Like, most people don't really care about clarity that much. It's convenience. I could download Jay-Z's first album right now. If I were trying to find that on CD, I have to fucking go to like some backwoods place.
But you gotta realize
Blueprint too now.
You gotta realize that, I mean, a lot of the industry, even look at the record labels now, bro. Because music is my thing, bro. So this is so basically record labels, if you haven't paid attention, these streaming services are partnering with labels. Or they're becoming the new labels now.
Yep.
There is no more, Rockefeller, Def Jam. I mean, they're still there, but they're signing partnerships with Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play. That's where, and artists are getting paid directly through the streaming services now. You know what I mean? So they're cutting out the middleman, and then you don't need a record label to push your music. All you gotta do is upload your shit on these streaming services and get your revenue. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's accessible. And if you can cut the record label out, taking a big chunk of your money,
get more money
for promotion, show, all that, they're taking a huge cut. Like I mean, there's just been history, like TLC when they had the record, when they were on what were they on Artista, whatever the fuck they were on, Arista. They said that Arista, they got what, like 100,000. They went like double platinum. You know what I mean? The record labels were just raping them, and so now.
So now here's my thing. here's my thing with the music now. So like I said, over 50% are physical. So now we see the structure music has. Now let's look at video game structure, especially now that we're entering 4K.
Right.
We're entering 100 gig standard files.
That's crazy.
And majority of the people don't have good internet. They have good internet to play a game online and do some stuff. But it ain't that good to be downloading 100 gig files and shit. And some areas,
especially with data caps too.
Yeah, and some areas have data caps. Some data caps are 200 gig a month. That means 2 games, and you're fucking done. So how can we go to an all digital world if the infrastructure is handicapped?
Yes,
the industry's handicapped.
And something's got to be done about that. But at the same time, like, people are screwed, man. There's going to be people in parts of this country that aren't going to be able to download these files. They're
and that's why I think these companies are not going to go digital, because that's if you can't, like, let's say there's a region, especially in the United States, because not everybody in the United States have great internet. It's like we may be a first world power in the military, but my God, we suck ass when it comes to fucking internet. That's just the truth. Because I've seen Korea, Japan, they fucking blow us out the water when it comes to internet infrastructure. It's not even funny.
The last time I looked at it, I think we were like 17th in the world with internet infrastructure.
Yo, it's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, we invented that shit.
But what you have to understand is that we're behind technologically, not because we don't have the technology to do it.
It's the FCC.
But because we're literally withholding so that they can make more money. It's capitalism.
And that thing from net neutrality, that's just going to make it worse for gaming.
Yep.
It's not going to help gaming out. Imagine this. Imagine if net neutrality gets removed, right? And whoever's the ISP, the service provider, tells Microsoft, if you don't pay us more money, we're going to throttle your thing, which means Xbox Live services are slower, digital download are slower. So Microsoft now has to pay more money to bump up the speed, which in turn is going to increase Xbox Live. Same thing with Sony. Yeah. Same thing with Sony. They do that to Sony and Microsoft, where the networks now slow down unless they pay more money. All they're going to do is they're going to put that extra cost on us, which means now PSN is like $80, Xbox Live is like $80 fucking dollars, digital games are like $70. You see what I'm saying? So that net neutrality is also a fucking gaming killer for us.
Last year, my internet provider started using data caps, and at first it sounded fine. They gave me a terabyte, but you know how fast that goes when you have kids playing online, streaming all day, every day.
And you're getting the 1X, right?
Yeah, and we don't have cable, so we're constantly watching stuff, streaming it.
And you're about to enter 100 gig games.
I'm already over a terabyte every month.
And that's without 4K.
And then once you go over that cap, don't they charge you an extra surcharge?
They give you 3 times before they actually charge you. But
I've already been charged.
We got unlimited. And they charge they only charge like $50 extra for the unlimited. I get the unlimited because I be trapping out the bandwidth and shit like that.
Holy shit, yo, this yours for nice. And that's my concern.
They won't offer it to me, man.
Wow.
Who you got? Who's your service provider?
I got Comcast.
I got Comcast too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, really? They won't offer you unlimited, Jay?
They said there was no unlimited. So
it's region, that's why. It's all region priced.
But
I'm in Florida, so I don't know if that makes a difference.
California, man, and they gouge you out here for every little.
Oh, shit. Yo, Craig Harris, I got Spectrum also. I got the 300 fucking meg package. It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I don't know what I got with Spectrum. I just know that I had some issues about a month ago, so they did me a solid. So right now they're on my good side. But yeah, right. I mean, we're having a big meeting with them at the city council building next month, and we're going to tear them a new
city council. What the fuck you live in shit? Like in a fucking where you live at?
I live in Kentucky. We control the electric.
You motherfuckers got the pitchforks. We're here to talk to all y'all. Y'all better raise our internet speed, or we're gonna burn down the yard.
Hey, that Far Cry 5 takes place in a nigga hometown.
Oh shit!
Possibly.
Yo, somebody posted up Files for the win. I'm dying for Files, bro. I'm fucking like so.
Yeah, I just want Google Fiber. Because we have the lines.
What happened to Google Fiber? Didn't they just
opened up in Kansas City. They opened up in Missouri now.
Yeah, they're going to open in Louisville. I think they're opening up in Louisville like next spring, and we're wanting to bring it here.
Oh,
so
you got
to compete with Spectrum, to make Spectrum bring their prices down.
Yeah, but not every home has fiber installed. I mean, no, that's the thing. And then they do this thing, fiber to the node, and then it goes out in your phone line. It's shit.
Yeah.
Facts. That's true. You're right. It's a good point.
Yeah, you need fiber to the house. You know what I'm saying? And then with the media converter, All right, let's move on. I'm going to skip on something. So I just want to make a community note. Not really a big topic to talk about, but this is more for self-awareness. For those of you that have Doom, update 666 is ready. And after that update, all the DLC will be free. So if you have Doom, check it out. Go back to it. You'll be able to have access to all the DLC. And, I think it was a good single-player game. I enjoyed it. I didn't really do the multiplayer, but the single-player was fire. But I think that's a cool thing. That's a cool thing for them to do. All right? So I want to talk about this. So Sony's about to release a new PS4 update, and they're asking for people to sign up for the beta. Because I want to test out new features. So I just want to ask, so I want to ask you guys. We'll start out with the petty gamer. All day, what do you think? What new features would you like to see with the new PS4 update?
I don't know, man. It's pretty. I mean, the way it is simplistic. I like it now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fluidity of it needs to be improved. Like I noticed, like going to the menu is a little jittery sometimes.
Okay.
And with the quick menu, they need to add messages in there.
I agree. So that way you don't have to go all the way in.
All the way out, yeah. But,
yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, I don't really see any issues with the interface that need to change. Just make it more, efficient. That's about it.
Okay. Is there any features you would like besides not just the interface? Anything, something?
I don't know, man. I can't think of nothing really.
Yeah, there you go, people. You heard it here first. PSN is perfect. Don't got to change shit. Right? Right? Hey, Fonz, what's going on? Any thoughts on what you would like to see Sony bring to the table with this new update?
Man, I like it pretty much the way it is, honestly. I don't have issue with it. I know my Xbox dudes always argue with me, with their system. PlayStation, it's too basic or whatnot. But you know what?
The voice chat sucks, guys.
It's streamlined and everything.
Just ask them, do you like playing games or interfaces? You know what I mean? I'm
not staring at the screen all the time. You know what? And we have some nice dynamic themes going on if you do wish to stare at your so.
All right, Craig, what's going on? Anything about what you like to see?
I mean, to me, it's okay the way it is. I actually use my PlayStation to play games. I didn't even know.
Change that games.
Yeah, I
finally. Man, y'all a bunch of frauds. Y'all a bunch of ponies up in this podcast and shit.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I didn't even know. I just found out last week that if you took a picture and it's saved, you could go to that theme screen or whatever that's called and make that the background. I didn't know I could do that.
You didn't know? Damn, you're a fraud.
Well, man,
you got dementia.
You even PlayStation, bro?
When I turn mine on, I usually play a game. I don't move around all that other stuff.
You don't do shit. He just goes straight to the games.
And Craig, you can actually upload custom pics for your gamer profile.
That I just found out this afternoon.
Did you put a Ryzen picture on your profile? Did you put a Ryzen picture on your PS4 profile?
On what now?
A Ryzen?
No, I have not. No, but I don't. I'm just straight through. Give me the nappy and make me happy. No foreplay.
You You were asking what they could do with the UI and stuff. The name change has nothing to do with the UI. But name change, yes, of course they need name.
I'm just saying features, anything. Whether it's UI, whatever. Fucking, you want Netflix 2.0, I don't know. Whatever you want to see.
They're still running out there with names like, Teddy Bear 365. They must have liked teddy bears back in the day, but they want to change it now, and they can't.
Right.
I agree. I think name change is a big one. I think it's about time, because you had a lot of people who, I mean, every generation, there's always somebody who started gaming with a console. And I guarantee there's people who started gaming for the first time on PS3. Not everybody was born in the 70s and 80s, So, they're 8 years old. They got a PS3. They fucking call themselves Thunder Bear or whatever cartoon they like. And now, this is like 2006. Now we're in 2016. They're 18, 19, 20 years old. They don't want to be known as Thunder Bear no more. They grow out of it. It's not their favorite cartoon, whatever. So they just want to change their name.
There was one guy who was named the Real Gosling, for Ryan Gosling, I guess. Yeah. And he runs around that name a few years ago. I'm sure he doesn't want to be called the Real Gosling the rest of his.
Yeah, it just happens. And if anything else, Sony makes more money. I mean, because what is it? Xbox charges $10 to change your name and shit.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody wins. Sick. What you got going on? What you think? What would you like?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I know I'm gonna sound like a pony bot.
Oh shit!
But I think they should do something about refunds, because refunds is a pain in the fucking ass on the PlayStation.
Yeah. I agree.
That's some bullshit.
I agree.
I'm not really. I don't care for it, but if they throw it in, whatever, backwards compatibility. I don't really care for it, but there's people out there who want it, and maybe some people who want it just to be like, oh, we got backwards compatibility now, but they can throw that in there. The name change thing, I actually have an idea for Sony that literally would cost them absolutely nothing and would be easy to implement as far as name change goes. They should allow you to create a nickname that can be seen across. So you could actually create a nickname, and you can have people see that nickname if you want them to see the nickname, or you can have them see your regular name. And that would change that, because people could change their nickname on the fly. You know what I'm saying? And that wouldn't cost them anything, but they wouldn't monetize. They wouldn't be able to monetize it either. So they could do that, but if monetization is their thing, then charge people to change the nickname.
You know what they would do though with that nickname thing? They'd have to have a program running the nicknames to make sure you're not calling yourself Dick Eater 563. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean you could, but I mean it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. I mean, people find ways to call themselves all kind of shit with the way it's set up already.
It's true.
That's it. I think people hit the point. I think the number one thing, I made a video about it, is the name change. I think we all agree. I think it's about time they did something that. Backwards compatibility. Now, let me bring something up, because I'm glad that you brought that up. All right. So on Twitter, Cole Eastwood, he had like a graphic of that shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little troublemaker on Twitter. So I know it's just fun. Twitter's just fucking fun. I'm telling you, it's just amazing how people react to shit. But anyway, so Cole Eastwood had a graphic, and it showed Xbox having more games than PS4, but it said Xbox One plus Xbox 360 BC, right? And I saw the total, and it was like 212 games. So I'm thinking, all right, let me start a little trouble here. So I'm like, man, this is embarrassing. Only 200 more games, and you're including 360? Man, that's some bullshit right there. I thought people would understand what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about the service itself. I was just saying, how low is the actual Xbox One games that when you include 360 is only about 200 more than PS4 standalone PS4 games. That was my point. It wasn't a shot at the actual service. But everybody's like, oh, BC's great. You just it's pro-consumer, product. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just damage control. And I'm thinking, what the fuck did this shit go wrong? Like, I'm not talking about the service. Let me tell you, I'm sorry. So everybody's listening. Bro, I've done BC when I was like 10 years old with my Genesis and Master System. Some of y'all weren't even born.
Yeah.
All right. I know what the fuck backwards compatibility is, and I know what it does for a system. Right. I had a little attachment that you put on top of the Genesis, and you were able to play your Master System cartridges and the little card. I've been doing BC since 10.
I heard what you're saying, but did you ask him this? This would have been a better question, though. You could have asked him, did you include PlayStation Now?
No,
hold on. Can I answer that one? Can I answer that one? No, he didn't include PlayStation Now. I was in that same conversation with you, Porter Rock. But listen, here's the hypocrisy. Here's what the hypocrisy. I know I'm like turned up right now, but here's where the hypocrisy comes in. He says PS Now cannot be included because it was a service based and it was behind a paywall. But I said, okay. You're saying it's behind a paywall as if backwards compatibility is free. If you don't own that game, you got to go buy that game. Isn't that technically a paywall? Shouldn't that invalidate that whole response?
I mean, technically he's right, because look at Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was top 10 MPD. That means people had to go out and buy the game.
Exactly. And anybody who thought people just held on to 360 games in hopes of backwards compatibility, come on, bro, you're a fucking nut.
But here's the thing: I have no issues with BC. BC is a great thing, but I think, and maybe it's a conversation people having with me. They're talking to me like I never heard of it. Like, you know how many consoles I've seen have backwards compatibility? Hell, the PS3 was backwards compatible right down to the PS1. 100% of the entire library you could play on the PS3. You know what I'm saying? The point of my post was, what about the actual games for the actual console itself, meaning Xbox One? How many games does that console has in terms of Xbox One games versus PS4 games? I understand playing games in the past, it's a great consumer feature. I get it. I'm not stupid. I'm not new to BC. I've seen it plenty of times. I've seen plenty of consoles do it. And yes, it's a good feature because you could get to keep your library and transfer it forward. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, when you include like 400 to 500 360 games, and you only surpass your competition by 200, and that competition is only using PS4 games, you have to start thinking like, damn, why is actual Xbox One game so far behind when they both came out the same month? I wouldn't. Xbox One shouldn't be that far behind.
I wouldn't have personally added those in as well to the total for Xbox, but you know, he did what he did. At the same time, I just want to relay this to the chat. We're not bashing on Colt, especially because Colt is a friend of mine. I'm cool with Colt. I think he's a good guy. He's really nice, and he's really intelligent and stuff. This situation, I personally wouldn't have added that, but you know, it is what it is. Some people say things.
Then we're not bashing Colt. Colt wasn't the one that was attacking him. We actually had a good conversation. It's other people talking to me like I never heard of fucking backwards compatibility before, as if Xbox One was the first to do it. Like, bro, stop it. I've been doing this shit since like I was 10. Some of the people telling me about BC, they're like 19 years old. Like, bro, you weren't even born when I started playing BC. Like, I'm not trying to say you young, but like, you guys are bugging.
Yeah, I use it. I was playing
the other day, right?
Red Dead Redemption on backwards compat. It's beautiful. I love it, but it is what it is. I wish Sony had it, but I mean, we can't have it all.
Yeah, that's it. You can only be so great for so long and stuff. All right, so hey, we're gonna finish up. And last note, Telltale released like a sizzle video of games confirmed that they're in the works, and they got Batman: The Enemy Within. Woo! Yo, that shit is fire. Walking Dead, the final season. And then The Wolf Among Us season 2, and I'm really impressed with that. That shit was fire. The Wolf Among Us was dope. Yes. I'll send you the link. I'll put the link in my description too.
Yeah, send me that.
And stuff. So what you guys think about that? Did you guys enjoy Telltale games and stuff?
Oh, of course. I love them.
All right,
Tales of the Borderlands was dope.
You love that?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, there wasn't one series that they put out I didn't like. But I didn't play the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I haven't played that yet.
All of it hasn't come out yet, right? All 5 seasons?
No, they haven't. And I haven't played Minecraft. There's only 2 I haven't played, but all the rest, man, I love them. Dope.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, that shit did make me want to watch the show till I watched the show.
I own it, but I haven't played it yet only because I want to watch the show. I haven't even watched the first season yet.
The game will make you want to watch the show, but the show will make you not want to watch the. Nah.
Really? Why? Because the show's much better?
It's slow. It's slow, man.
The show?
Yeah.
I think you're frauding, bro. I think you're frauding right now, bro.
Nah,
What's
bro.
going on here?
I really didn't like the show.
Right now.
I really didn't like the show, man.
This nigga watched the first episode. Like, man, it's too much talking, bro. I can't even read.
I ain't gonna even front with you. I ain't gonna even front with you, bro. I watched about 30 minutes of it, and I was like, nah.
30 minutes
of the first season?
Of the first episode, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh shit! This motherfucker said, "Fuck this."
Get out of here.
I was like, I'm good.
I'm gonna put you on mute.
I was like, I'm good, bro.
No, but what I'm hearing that show is fucking fantastic.
Maybe I didn't get far enough to it, but from what I saw, I was like,
you gotta get more than 10 minutes. My man told the credits. Game of Thrones. This shit is whack.
Right.
Let me guess. Well, you probably watched Iron Fist, didn't you?
Oh damn! I'm mad you're right about that. I actually like Iron Fist, bro.
What?
Oh man, cut this dude, man.
I actually like
that shit was terrible, bro.
I like it too.
Hold on. I didn't have anything to compare it to. You probably saw the original or something. I didn't.
Did you see Daredevil? The season on Netflix?
The who?
Did you see Daredevil on Netflix?
No, I tried.
That's why.
That shit was
What the?
That's why. You watching the worst shit, bro. That's why you thought Iron Fist was hot.
Hey, his name is Sick Humor TV. Nigga, like,
this guy's fucking with us, bro. This guy's trolling.
Listen, I like Iron Fist. I couldn't fuck with Game of Thrones, bro.
Bro.
That don't make no sense.
If you didn't see Daredevil, listen. If you watch Daredevil season 1 and 2, then you watch fucking Power Man. If you watch fucking Luke Cage, right?
I thought Luke Cage was whack.
And then
I thought Jessica Jones was whack. I thought Daredevil was
How the fuck did you like Iron Man?
You know what? You know what? You're never coming on this podcast ever again, bro. I'm gonna block you on Twitter.
I like Iron Fist.
About to get blocked.
I like Iron Fist, bro.
I'm about to get blocked. The fight sequence is corny, bro. I'm like, this shit is like nothing like that.
All I thought was a little curly head fuck.
Hey, I just got to point out in the chat, Bob Beast, he's trying to say that I only fuck with Xbox dudes to get some sort of internet fame. Xbox dudes, PlayStation dudes hit me up to be on their shows. I've never asked anybody to be on a show, Bob. So
facts.
Take that.
Hey, Bob, you want to be on the show, bro? Send him a link.
Shit, man.
You two neutral, Fonz.
I'm doing
shit. You know what it is? You know what it is, Fonz? You're a fucking filthy neutral. Pick a side, bro. Pick a goddamn side. Be a soldier, all right? Raise a flag. Blow your shit up. You know what I'm saying? You're either down for games, PlayStation, or you're down for refunds, Xbox. Pick a side. All right? Choose one. I'm playing.
Here's how silly it is. I'm making videos on Xbox dudes crying and shit. And I'm just being playful with it, but they understand it and they hit me up and they go, dude, I like your video. Want to be on my show?
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is.
You're a good dude, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? Bonds have always been the realest.
We just play games and talk about them, bro.
We play games and talk shit. And fun bitches.
I've never asked to be on anybody's podcast.
Hey, Fonz, you ain't got to explain, bro. Fuck them.
No, man.
I see Fonz as being like Randall Thor, kind of. Like he's. Okay.
Oh shit, my man Randall Thor's up in here.
There's a guy I talk to all the time, Bob Beast. Rand's a good dude.
Mm-hmm. I like Randall Thor too. I like all his content, man. Like I watch most of his videos, and like I don't know, man. You can tell he prefers Xbox, but he also acknowledges other games when they're good, and even if it's not on his platform of choice. That's really what it's all about to me. Like I don't know why people get that shit twisted. You don't have to be a soldier for Sony because Sony ain't gonna pay you shit, and Microsoft definitely ain't gonna pay you shit.
A lot of these guys don't understand that, man. Like you don't have to be this freaking gaming soldier to represent gaming. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give props to Randall Thor, because he's like, I know a lot of Xbox dudes that said, I got a PlayStation, but he's one of the few.
They don't play no fucking games.
Yeah, he's one of the few that actually plays the shit and beats games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's dudes that be like, I got a PlayStation, I already turned it on. Play the fucker, bro. You spent the money. Play the shit. Like, play the fucking games. It's a gaming console.
But if they do play it, it was alright. It wasn't all that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, whether it's Xbox, if you own the other console, fuck the corporation. It's a box that plays games. Just play it. Just pick up the controller and beat the game. And then move on.
I'm gonna tell you what was so weird to me, right? Like, yeah, as y'all can tell, I'm a pro PlayStation dude. Like, that's why I do the majority of my gaming. But I bought Quantum Break the first day it came out. I think I got the 1000% on it like 2 days later or something like that, like 2 or 3 days later. And other people still hadn't even fucking acknowledged that game. They weren't even playing it. One dude actually sent me a message and was like, "What is that you're playing?" And I'm like, "It's the new game that came out, fucking Quantum Break." So I don't know, dude. I don't know. And Quantum Break was actually a good game. I mean, some of the textures and shit look like shit, but the game itself was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
There you go. Okay, I think you're trolling still, but all right.
You want to get my game attack?
Nah. Oh, my game attack? Now you got proof. See, when you come out the game attack, now I know you're telling the truth.
You what?
Yo, I'll show you my game attack, son. What you got? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie about playing no game. I ain't gonna lie. You know, like Gears of War 4, right? People say I'm crazy as fuck, but I couldn't really get into it. I didn't like the camera angle. Like, it's something about the way the camera moves. It feel like it make me sick, bro. So I just like, nah, I'm good.
Okay. You know what? I just thought about this. All right, so skip the fucking Crackdown graphics tab. I'm gonna remove that topic. I want to talk about the Ataribox.
Oh, shit!
All right, so I want to hear. Here's my vision. All right, for Ataribox. If I had to plant a bug, if I was about to do fucking Leonardo DiCaprio and do a little Inception, right? All right. Oh shit. Okay, I'm back. All right. If I were to do a little Leonardo DiCaprio, right, and do a little bit of Inception, right, and I was about to plant a little idea, and somebody said in Ataribox, this is the idea I will plant to them. I will tell them, release the console 2018, put hardware where you can run 1080p, lock 60 frames on all games at ultra settings for $300. Do you think that shit will sell?
Yeah, of course.
All games, all of it. 1080p, lock 60 on everything.
You know what I'm scared of, bro? I feel like it's gonna have the old games are gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
All the classic ones that people grew up with, nostalgia, whatever. And I feel like the rest are just gonna be mobile games that's on the phone.
Yeah, it's
iOS.
Not like I have the NVIDIA Shield Pro, and basically it's kind of like it's got the same kind of tech the Switch does, you know, same chipset, I guess. But it plays games that look decent. I mean, they look PS3, Xbox 360, but it's all going to be either streaming or downloaded games.
But did he reveal the specs? Because I saw one article, they didn't talk about specs or anything.
No, but that's why I think Allday's right. It's going to be more like mobile-centric games.
But what if Atari comes out and they release it and they be like, hey, it's a current-gen console. You get to play current-gen games. You know, that Anthem and Destiny. But all these games are locked 1080p 60 at ultra settings.
That would be fantastic.
For $300.
You know what would make me buy it? If they release all their original games remastered and redone from the ground up.
Like E.T.? You want that E.T. remastered, don't you? My man want Pong in 4K and shit.
Here's my prediction. The thing is going to come out, and it's going to be like what I said, sort of like the NVIDIA Shield.
Like the Ouya or the fucking Ouya.
Yeah.
It's gonna be $159 market.
But to play fucking Candy Crush and shit?
No, not just that, but it'll play games like it'll play Arkham City and shit like that. But it'll be like
will it play Hearthstone? Because you know fucking all day will be about that.
Oh yeah, I'm with that all day.
Hearthstone in 4K?
Oh man, I'm with it.
No,
with 4K assets.
Hey,
right?
The only thing that looks promising with that Ataribox is the IO ports. It has a lot of IO ports on it.
Somebody's ET remastered.
Oh man, the worst game ever, bro. That should give me nightmares.
I really don't think that this is going to be geared towards what's going on now. I don't think they're going to be a contender with like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. I think they're going to be like what they said, like some type of mobile gaming with the old games that you can buy and play. So.
I don't know. So, Atari, if you're listening to me, 1080p, lock 60, ultra settings, $300, and you got a winner. Because I think that's why everybody $300. Oh shit, they could talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, we're not like that overpriced piece of shit Pro or Xbox One. We give you 1080p lock, 60 for $300. We're back. Fuck Nintendo. We're taking our shit back. We're taking our rightful place. Winter is coming. But anyway, just your thought. Anyway, so I think that's it for the podcast. We've been rocking out for almost a little over about an hour and a half and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you talk about games and and you're with good people.
Yep. Wait. One thing, Porter Rock.
What's up?
Evil Within 2, you actually skipped over that one.
What? Which one? What I skipped over?
The Evil Within 2.
Oh, Evil Within 2. Okay, so we'll hit that up. So what y'all think about that? Who wants to talk about Evil Within trailer 2?
I do. I love Evil Within. I love the first Evil Within. While people were complaining about fucking black bars and shit, I was playing that game. That game is fucking awesome. I can't wait to part 2 fucking come out. That shit looks amazing. I don't know what they talking about with the milk monsters and shit like that, but what the fuck ever, dog. Like, I know that game is going to be amazing. If people took the time to really play and get into the mechanics of that game, I think everybody would have fucking loved that game.
Yeah, I didn't play the first one, but this second trailer and even the first trailer for part 2, what the fuck is going on? Seriously, I don't even know what the game is about. All this craziness.
Play the first one. The first one was good, man. It's a good horror game. I mean, they did some freaky shit in that game. Like, they really knew how to fucking, you know what I'm saying? They really knew how to put the fear in you. I'm like, holy shit, this shit's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I beat Evil Within also, so I'm looking forward to part 2. They did a real good job with that one.
I got that plat and Evil Within. That shit's legit.
Well, how about you, Allday?
I played a little bit of it the first time. I mean, I played like a couple levels. At the time, there was too much stuff that was out, to really invest in the game. So I have it now still. I might go through it now.
Go back to it, definitely. All right. Anybody else on this topic? Nope, that's it. All right, bro. So hey, I wanna make sure. I wanna see if everybody you do your little shout outs. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say thank you so much. Oh shit! All right, what's up, Craig?
What about the Spider-Man downgrade?
Oh man, we're not talking about that shit, bro. We're not going there. We're not gonna go there. We'll save that for another. We'll see. Hey, just wait till the guy.
No.
Listen, I'm not going there. I'm not GT, Uncharted, Gears of War, fucking Crackdown. I've been hearing talks about downgrade for fucking generations. I just wait till the game. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, wait till the game comes out, then bitch. All right? Ain't make no sense to stress out something that's not even out yet. Just wait till it comes out. Same thing, the Gears of War, and I'm being neutral on this.
Things change, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gears of War, people bitched about the beta. Uncharted, downgrade. Horizon Zero Dawn, downgrade. They're doing it now with Gran Turismo. Looks like shit. They're saying it looks like PS2C. Look, Allday's doing it. They all do this shit. You know what I'm saying? What people don't realize, there's texture packs and all that shit that they implement towards the end. But whatever. Just wait till the end. Wait till the game comes out. But it's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm trying to get on this Destiny beta. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, people, I want to say to my panel, I appreciate you guys taking the time to discuss gaming with me, man. This is probably the best part about gaming is to be able to talk about your hobby with fellow gamers at the age of 40. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm alone in this world. I got no friends. Anyway, so we're gonna shout everybody out. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Allday, do your outro.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out to the show, man. It was great panels, great topics. You want to reach me, hit me up on Twitter, Allday_digital.
All right. My man, top flight security of the world, Craig Harris.
What's going on, guys? Yep, Craig Harris, Craig's Corner, and the Porch Light Podcast. Just follow me on Twitter, Craig Harris 5456, I believe. That's about it. Enjoy being here, Porter Rock. Always a pleasure.
All right. The man wearing the hockey mask, creeping in the woods, killing teens who having sex too early. My man Fonz.
Hey, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Jake Fonzarelli or here at Everything According to Me on YouTube. And shout out to the chat. They've been great today, except for the one fraud trying to call me.
Hey, chat, can we get a fuck Bob?
Shit. Oh, shit. And then, of course, we got a special guest today, man. Sick Humor. What's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by and taking the time.
Hey, look, man, I made it on 60 frame no lag. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my college professor. We made it.
Oh, shit.
No. I fuck with it, though. Thanks for the invite, man. I definitely had fun.
All right. And to everybody in the chat that took the time to rock out with us, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed everything, the conversations. For those of you who are going to catch the recording, you got about almost 2 hours worth of great content. So just, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. But anyway, this is your boy, Porter Rock 77. Check you out next week again. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat place. Because I'm Games Tony Montana. This is your boy, Porter Rock 77. And I'm out. Peace.
Deuces.